Sharks, like many animals here at the aquarium, actually don't need to eat every day. So it's pretty exciting when you get a chance to be here at the right time, because it's always fun to see these top predators in action. Now today the program is going to be focusing in on the sharks, but I'd also like to point out some of the other animals getting fed today as well. Maybe you know what this animal is right here above me. Stingray, yeah, these are two whip rays that you'll see here in the habitat. They're quite large, both a male and a female. Now the whip rays are always very exciting to see eat, because you may have noticed their mouths are in a bit of a funny location, but they're actually going to be getting fed all along the glass here on this end of this habitat. Now, funny location of a mouth, anybody know where a ray's mouth is found? Anybody? Underneath, exactly. You can see it really well when they're up here on the glass. They actually have the mouth all the way underneath them. So they can't necessarily get their food the same way the sharks do. So what you'll be seeing happening is the biologists upstairs are actually going to be dropping food down a PVC pipe that goes down into the water. I see it already being lowered into the water, and it'll then shoot the food and you'll be able to see them eat it. Now, Schooner the sea turtle, you may have noticed she started swimming off in this direction over here. That is typically where she likes to get fed. Now, if you do see any random veggies making its way across the habitat, some red peppers, broccoli, kale, anything of the sort, that's going to be some food that might have gotten away from Schooner. But I think the feed is about to get started, and keep your eyes peeled right up above me here, because that's where the sharks typically get offered their food. Today it is going to be a combination of capelin and mackerel that you'll be seeing them eat. Now, what is the tool that these sharks use to eat their food? Anybody know? What do you? Their mouth, their teeth, exactly. You can take a look here. This is a very big jaw from a bull shark, where you can see their serrated edge teeth and their very sharp fork-like teeth on the bottom. Now, I see many of you focusing in on the rays one more time over here at the end. What you'll be seeing happening today is that there is a male and a female ray. They tend to get a little bit fond of each other, a little bit excited during these feeding periods, and act pretty affectionate towards one another. Some of us don't think it looks very affectionate, but it is affection. So, I will let parents explain what that means to any children here, but you can definitely keep your eyes on them while it's going on. Now, the feed has started with the sharks. You may be seeing some food dropping into the habitat. I see some pieces of mackerel floating around, so we'll keep an eye, see if some sharks spot it. Oh, there it goes. Nice. You can see once they grab onto that food, they'll shake their head around, and what they're doing is cutting it up into smaller pieces so they can then eat it all. Now, in this habitat are 3 different species of sharks. Anybody know what those gray sharks are called?
Maybe.
What are those ones? Yeah? Black tip reef sharks, that is correct. They have the black tips on their fins, and they're always exciting during this feed. But like I said before, there are 2 other species in here that people often never see. They're much smaller. They're called the white spotted bamboo shark. There's one on the bottom, close to the middle, hovering around right now. And there is also an epaulet shark. They have a big blue circle on them. So keep your eyes peeled for those animals, because the shark feed is the best time to spot them. Now, if you look around at some of these, there we go, got another capelin landed on the ground, ripping it around. This is the black-tip reef shark. Take a good look at the size of that shark. Anybody a little bit frightened by that shark?
No.
No, not typically. Does anyone here love sharks? We should ask that first. Oh, perfect, not many of us. Well, if you take a look at the size of that shark, one thing that often surprises people is that out of the over 500 species of sharks, on average, they're the same size as those sharks or smaller. Pretty cool. There's many different species of sharks, and they're definitely not all the big bull sharks, the big white sharks. Those are only a few of all the shark species. Now, here at the aquarium, during these shark feeds, you really get a chance to see how these sharks have their senses. You can see here, perhaps we'll keep an eye. Oops, trying to grab it one more time. We'll keep an eye, see if those sharks detect that piece of mackerel hovering around. That's a pretty good ecosystem. Lots of fish might enjoy that as well. But how do you think the sharks are, what do you think they're using to be able to sense what's going on around? You know? There's smell and nose. Yeah, they definitely have a great sense of smell. There, you can see them honing in on it, again, ripping it around. Using that sense of smell, some sharks can actually smell a drop of blood in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. But now sharks and rays have some pretty neat senses, and one is what we call a lateral line. Its specialized organs runs across them laterally and allows them to detect any sort of vibration or movement in the water. So as soon as those pieces of fish drop in, they can actually feel the vibration, the ripple effect that produces in the water. Now, they have some other senses, might not necessarily help them so much with the food they're getting fed today, but out in the ocean, sharks really need to hone in on the right prey. And actually, it does help them detect between which animals are alive in this habitat and which ones are intended for the feed with an upside-down ray over there. Pretty strategic method of feeding. Now, this is actually a sense that is produced by ampullae of Lorenzini, some jelly-filled pores around their snout that can pick up on bioelectricity. Does anybody right here think they might be producing bioelectricity right now? Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. All right, is anyone's heart beating right now? Yeah, there's a few more of us. That's good to know up front here, all alive. If any of you are alive, have hearts beating, you are actually producing that bioelectricity, which means these sharks would be able to sense you once you get in the water. It's produced by your heart beating, muscles moving, brain neurons working, all that sends out electrical currents that these animals can pick up on. Now, this is also the reason why they're not necessarily going after all the fish in this habitat. So one of the questions we frequently get asked here is, why are these fish in a habitat with sharks? Well, the sharks are able to tell that these are healthy fish. And for them to go after these fish, they're going to have to exert a lot of energy. On top of that, they're already well fed, as you can see here today, which means they're not particularly hungry enough to be able to put out that energy to grab those fish. Now, this is actually very similar out in the ocean, because out in the ocean, sharks aren't going after healthy fish. They're going after fish that are sick, that are dying, and that are potentially injured. Now, by doing this, sharks do an amazing job of keeping our oceans healthy, because they're actually weeding out all those weaker populations of fish to, in turn, make our oceans a healthier place. Now, they do that with these senses, and occasionally these senses don't necessarily guide them to the right prey. And that's where there are some incidents that happen with humans. Now, we've seen these big teeth, we've seen that they are very efficient predators, but often when human attacks happen with sharks, it's not something that's intended. It's what we call mistaken identity. If you take a look here, does anybody know what this is? Seal or sea lion. Yeah, now black-tipped reef sharks aren't going to be going after these big animals. They're going to be going after the smaller coral reef fish. But some of those big sharks that we do have accidents with, they're going after that juicy, blubbery. What about this? What's this? A human, a surfer on a surfboarder, correct. Now, if you look at these two, you'll notice that they look pretty similar. And for a shark looking up, they can't necessarily tell the difference, and they have to use their teeth to tell the difference. And that's where those incidents do happen. Now, even though they are terrible when they happen, they're not necessarily as frequent as you might think. Does anyone want to take a guess of how many people every year are killed by sharks? Not very many. That's good. I'll take that answer. It's about 4 to 12 on average. And it can be less than that some years, but that's on average how many people are killed. Now, I have brought with me something pretty special and terrifying. This is the box of doom. Skull and crossbones say it is so. But inside here are some things that are actually more terrifying than sharks. Do we want to open it? Yeah! Yeah! All right. So first up, you can yell it out when you hear. This is something you may have seen today.
What?
Hot dog or hot dog? Correct. Hot dogs actually kill 80 people in the U.S. every year by choking on it. U.S. alone, okay? 4 to 12 worldwide. Pretty crazy. Now, what about this one? Oh, deer. Deer! Exactly! 200 people in the U.S. every year can die from this animal. Looks pretty cute. Alright, last one. This is something you might all have at home. Are we ready? A bed? Yes, best reaction this is 1,600 people worldwide die from falling out of bed. Now, are you guys scared of your bed at home? No, definitely not. Are you scared of hot dogs? No. Who's had a hot dog today? Yeah, maybe a few of us. Now, if you think about these things, we don't have to be scared of them. We have to just be careful when you wake up or when you're eating your hot dog and similar. You can be careful when out in the ocean to try and prevent some of those accidents. Now, sharks, on the other hand, have a bit of a bigger issue. Does anyone want to take a guess of how many sharks every year are killed by humans? More than humans, that's correct. But any numbers? What do you think? 2. It's way more than 2, but that's a good guess.
50.
50. Way more than 50.
1,000.
1,000. Way more than 1,000. One last guess.
10,000.
10,000. That's a good guess, but it's actually even higher. It's actually 63 to 273 million sharks are killed every year worldwide. That's insane. Some of you might be in disbelief and thinking there's not that many sharks out there. Our oceans are a very big place. We have many sharks, but definitely not as many as we used to have. And that's becoming an issue. They are amazing predators, specialized to keep our oceans healthy, and they have shaped the oceans that we know today. Now, one of the big issues sharks are facing is something called bycatch, where nets are put out for fish we enjoy to eat, and unfortunately animals like sharks and rays and sea turtles can get caught up accidentally and then die. Now, there is a way we can help them out, and you can do this no matter where you live in the world. Has anybody seen this symbol before? Yeah, you've seen it? Perfect. This is our ocean-wide seafood symbol. And what it's saying is that if you see this stamped on a restaurant menu item or a grocery store item, the way that that seafood was caught is making sure that bycatch and the things that are killing the sharks out in the ocean was not an issue. Now, this is a Canada-wide program, but there's lots of different programs throughout the world. So I encourage you, if you're from abroad, look for sustainable seafood programs in your area. Because again, no matter where we are, we can make an impact on our oceans. The Vancouver Aquarium is a non-profit dedicated to the conservation of aquatic life. So on behalf of myself, all the sharks and the rays, the scuba, the sea turtle, I thank you all very much for joining